Hey everybody, it's Michael DePerio from Steelyard here with Sasha Bikoff, the well-known Sasha Bikoff. So I don't really need to introduce her, but she is amazing, and I am meeting her for the first time in this conversation because we are previewing an event you're doing at High Point Market, October 14th in the Kindle showroom from 2 to 4 p.m. with a good friend of mine, Jana Platina Phipps, the trim queen. The event is called Behind the Scenes with Sasha Bikoff, Carnival style. So hi, good to meet you. Good to see
Hi,
you.
so
I
nice to
wore
meet you.
I wore my brightest shirt. I don't have many bright shirts, and I've got my New York City mug in honor of you today in this conversation. So I'm fascinated by this event, and I'm really looking forward to it with our friends at Kindle. Behind the scenes Carnival style. So this is all about something you designed for Kindle, which was the loop-de-loop nightstand, which I've heard
Mhm.
described as whimsical. I've heard it described as an homage to Dorothy Draper. I've heard it described as, the color palette Venetian Carnival. So give us a little preview. Tell us about this nightstand and your relationship with Kindle.
Yeah, so I've always had a deep appreciation for Kindle, and Dorothy Draper is probably one of my biggest design inspirations since I started my firm. I've always had an affinity for the Hollywood Regency era. I've always loved her work, and working with Kindle has really been kind of like a bucket list dream for me because I kind of have been able to put myself in Dorothy Draper's heels. And I was really inspired by her España chest and of her other iconic designs, the pinwheel chest. And I wanted to kind of create a Sasha Bikoff version of Dorothy Draper, and thinking about like what's a fresh, modern, young approach to her iconic styles that she designed with Kindle. But what's the Sasha Bikoff version? And the Sasha Bikoff version, just like Dorothy Draper, was really inspired by Baroque and by various European influences. I am too, and I've spent a lot of time working in Milan, and a lot of time living in Paris and traveling. And for my loop-de-loop chest, I was very inspired by Venice, and I was inspired by Milan. So we created, and I was also inspired by the 1950s French Royer era. So it's kind of like a mashup of European influences, and then my kind of classic Sasha Bikoff style, incorporating many different colors. And while this piece is fully customizable in size and color and material, I designed it in two different colorways. One is called Carnival, which was inspired by the Venice Carnival and all the colors.
Yeah.
And the second colorway that we created was called Marchesi, which is inspired by my favorite bakery in Milan and the colors of the
Okay.
pastries there.
Awesome. So this is a totally behind the scenes conversation at High Point Market where you're going to tell us even more about your choices and what went into this. But I'm going to rapid fire on you because you just mentioned three cities. I want to know during the Q&A at this event, are you going to tell us your favorite city? Because you mentioned Milan, you mentioned Venice, you mentioned Paris, you live in New York. If we put you on the spot at this event, are you going to tell us your favorite
Yes,
city?
I'm good under pressure. So you can tell me my favorite city under spot. I'm a very decisive person, so I know
Okay.
exactly what I like.
Awesome. So we're putting you on the spot October 16th in the Kindle showroom. You're going to tell us your favorite city. My next question under rapid fire is, are you going to tell us your favorite color? Because again, I'm mind blown, right? We've got this Venetian
Yeah.
color palette. We saw, we know the Color Me Happy staircase. We know your affinity for color. And Jana, her affinity for color too, right? And embellishment in design. So this conversation is going to be full of embellishment. So second question, are you going to tell us your favorite color?
I will tell you my favorite color. And the interesting thing about colors is that they correspond to our moods and what we're going through in life and where we currently are. So I think I'm known to be a lover of pink, and I think that everyone kind of automatically assumes pink is my favorite color. And it was my favorite color, but it has recently changed this summer.
Don't
So
tell us. Hold that
I won't
thought
tell
then.
you.
Hold
I
that
won't
thought.
tell you.
So look, I even knew I wore pink. I knew this about you. I just kind of
Mhm.
knew, right?
Yeah.
All right. And the third question, again, because this loop-de-loop nightstand has some influence from 80s gold earrings, will you and or Jana be wearing 80s gold hoop earrings?
Well, now I kind of have to. So yes, I will. I will.
Awesome. I've given you plenty of notice. We've got a couple weeks till market, so we're totally good.
Yeah.
Good.
I'll have to muster up something together.
Awesome. Cool. Well, this is going to be a great event. I've got one last serious question besides the rapid fire, and I'm just interested, just a couple seconds on this, and we can talk more at the actual event. That Color Me Happy staircase makes me happy all the time, right? It really does. Has it emboldened you, Sasha, in your design? So when you take this loop-de-loop nightstand, do you think about the recognition and the success of that staircase? And has it emboldened you in your choices a little bit?
I just think it's more of a continuation of my design beliefs and my aesthetic and my style. Things can change around here and there, but I think ultimately when I create something, I want people to recognize that it's a Sasha Bikoff.
Awesome. Fantastic. Well, we're going to hear so much more. I could ask you so many more questions, but we are going to see you on Saturday, October 16th, 2 to 4 p.m. in the Kindel Grand Rapids showroom at the 200 Steel building in High Point Market for a Q&A with the trim queen, Jana Platina Phipps, talking about all things Sasha Bikoff, talking about the loop-de-loop nightstand, your favorite color, gold earrings, all sorts. Oh, and your favorite city. Don't forget, we're going to reveal that too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, we're looking forward to this event. Thanks so much for spending a few minutes with us, and we will
Thank
see you on the
you.
16th in the Kindle showroom.
Great. Looking forward. Bye.